Hey you guys, it's Shannon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a Q&A. You guys sent me in a bunch of questions on Twitter, and so I'm going to answer them. And some of them are scandalous, so let's get into it.
I had a dream, we were sipping whiskey neat.
Okay, so the first one is from Jess Jobling. I think that's how you pronounce it. And she says, how do you react when people recognize you from porn when you're out and about? P.S. I love you and you're gorgeous. Thanks, I love you and you're gorgeous too. I'm looking at your profile pic, you sexy bitch. Okay, this is the thing about doing porn, you guys. Unless you're at like AVN, which is like a big porn convention that they have, and you're like there to meet porn stars, people don't normally come up to you and be like, oh my gosh, I watch your porn, because it's not socially acceptable. So I never had people come up to me just like on the street when I did porn and be like, oh my god, I'm like such a fan of your porn. That never happened to me. But I did get a lot of looks and people that would like look twice at me. And then sometimes like if I was at like, this is my favorite part, you guys, when I was at like social events or like gatherings, and I had like an ex-boyfriend whose family was like in politics, and I was at like one of their like soirees, and I had, like, no joke, two people, like two men, that were like, oh my gosh, you look so familiar, like, where do I know you from? And like, I so badly wanted to be like, oh, I used to do porn, but like, I always do this thing where I like joke and I just say like, oh, maybe you're from church, because like, obviously I don't go to church. Sometimes they didn't either, so they would like look at me and be like, yeah, no, and I don't know if they got it, but it was like kind of like an inside joke I did with myself, and I just told people that they knew me from church. That never really happened to me. It's so crazy. I get approached way more from doing YouTube than I ever did from doing porn. So I hope that answers your question. Sierra asks, what's your story behind the I love you in sign language in your outros? I'm deaf, so it means a lot that you do that. Hashtag Ask Shannon. Oh, thanks, Sierra. The thing with when I always do this, like when I sign out, a lot of people think I'm like doing like the rock on sign. That's not what it is. I'm actually saying I love you in sign language when I like sign out and do my outros. And why do I do that? Because I love you guys, and for people like you that are deaf and know what it means. And also it's just something that I've always done, like with my mom when we're leaving, or like we're in our cars leaving, like we'll always do the I love you sign. I don't know, just something that I kind of did and it stuck. Sierra also asked, what made us decide to move to NorCal away from an amazing city like LA? That's a really great question. A lot of people are like, you were born and raised in LA, like it's a great city, like why did you move out of it? And the reason why my husband and I moved out of LA, so just so you guys all know, we still have our house that we own in LA, but we rented out, and we decided to move up north because we love to water ski and we love to snowboard. And when you live in LA, it's a very far drive to go do those things. And so where we live now, it's very close to do those things, and we do them very often. So it's really nice for us to be able to live here. And also, I love LA. That's my home. It will always be my home. It's where all my family and all my friends are. But there's a lot of things about LA that I don't like traffic, and the people are very rude sometimes, and it's just dirty. LA is very dirty. I don't know if you guys have ever been there before or you live there, you would know that it's just like a really dirty place. Where I live now is very clean, and the people are much nicer and friendlier, and it's also only an hour flight to go back to LA. Those are some of the reasons why we moved here, and also we wanted to raise our family in like a more wholesome city, if that makes sense. Laviana Hampton says, when is your second book coming out? And I've actually got a lot of these questions from you guys. That's a great question. I was planning on having my book come out this summer. I'm still hoping that that's going to happen, depending on when I tour, if I get pregnant. Like there's a million different things that we have going on. I made my own custom fragrance, so I've been working on that. I'm working on another like secret project, and so there's a lot of stuff going on, and I try my hardest to write as much as I can, but I really want this book to be way better than the first one, and just like, well, not better than the first one, but just like I want it to be really good, so I am not rushing it. But I will keep you guys posted. It's still in the works. Ashley Puddle says, will Travis be coming on tour with you? Lots of love, Ashley. Love you back, girl. Yes, Travis is definitely going to be coming on tour with me. A lot of people have asked that, and yes, Trav comes with me everywhere, so he's definitely going to be with me on tour. And a lot of people have asked, like Paxton asked, when are you going to leave for tour? I love you. I love you too. I don't know. We haven't got all the logistics figured out yet, and just so everyone knows, we have like a team that's helping us out to plan this tour slash meet and greet, and so I'm not in control of all of that. Basically, I don't know the dates yet, but as soon as I do, I'm gonna let you know. And just so that some of you guys know, the top people were asking if I'm going out of the country for my meet and greets, and yes, the two top places were London and Toronto. So I'm definitely going to be going out of the country and obviously in my country touring as well. Kelly Solon says, what is the most romantic thing Travis has ever done for you? P.S. Love you. Love you too, girl. Travis is like the most amazing person. I don't know how I got so lucky, and sometimes I'm like, this is too good to be true that like I have him. For those of you guys that don't know, he cooks for me, like all my meals, most of my meals, because I can't cook. He like cleans. He's perfect. I don't know. He does romantic things for me every day. He leaves like little notes for me, or he'll just do like really sweet stuff and like come give me like kisses and tell me how much he loves me and appreciates me. And he's just like, he's the perfect guy, and I don't know how I got so lucky, but I did. So there's not like one specific thing. It's just like a lot of things that he does that adds up to being a romantic guy. Ashley Puddles also asked, where do you think you'd be today if your mother had not sent you out of the state to be rehabilitated? That's a good question. For those of you guys that don't know what she's talking about, when I was younger and in high school, my mom sent me away to like a lockdown facility for all girls. In another state, and I was there for a year to get better, and it was like for like disturbed youth, I guess you could say. No! And she's asking, where do I think I would be right now if my mom didn't send me there? And the answer to that question is I'd probably be dead. I don't know any other nice way to say it. So even though I hated her for doing that to me, and it was like an awful experience being there, it was like not cool at all, I'm glad that she did it now that I'm older and looking back on it. Sean Kevin says, will you be doing any more music? Please. Aw, I would love to do more music. It's so fun for me. It's definitely a hobby, like a very therapeutic hobby for me. I did have some issues with another YouTuber, like with the whole music thing, so I kind of stopped for a while because our friendship was more important to me than business stuff, I guess I would say. But I don't really talk to that person anymore, so I don't know. Right now I'm so busy with other things that I don't really have time to do that, but probably in the future, most likely, I'm pretty sure, like, I'll be putting more music out. Zoe Trascos, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I'm so sorry, asked, how did I get into the porn industry and how many years did I do it for? Love you, girl. Love you too. How did I get into the porn industry? It was an accident. I've made videos about this, and I don't talk about it in my first book, but the second book obviously is all about my porn years, so that is in there. But yeah, it was an accident how I got into porn. And how long was I in for? I was actually in and out of porn, so I never was consistently in porn for like 8 years, but I was in and out of the porn industry for 8 years, which is a very long time. Too long. Blue Velvet M says, are you planning to have a job aside from being a YouTuber? And by the way, I miss your scary story times. Oh. Well, let me just tell you, something really fucking scary happened to me last night, and I plan on doing a story time about it, and it has to do with something that has been happening in our apartment that not only I've experienced, Travis has experienced, and our downstairs neighbor has experienced, which is very creepy, and it's like giving me chills just talking about it. Maybe I'll do a story time on that. Thumbs up this video if you want to see that. But to answer Blue Velvet's question, am I planning on having any jobs aside from being a YouTuber? So I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand when you're a YouTuber, and this might not be the case for everyone, but a lot of YouTubers whose full-time job is YouTube, it's a full-time job. A lot of people that have like regular 8 to 5 jobs or 9 to 5 jobs Monday through Friday, a lot of YouTubers work longer than those people because editing takes a long time, and we're constantly on social media promoting our videos and just like interacting with our subscribers and followers. That's like a full-time job in itself, which it is my full-time job, and I have 3 channels. I have a beauty channel, a vlog channel, and this channel that I like, you know, have to keep up with. But on top of that, I also am writing a book. I'm working on my own fragrance. I'm also working on other projects, and there's a lot of other things that we do also, so it's not just like, you know, YouTube that I do. So when you ask, do I have any other side jobs, or do I have any jobs other than YouTube? YouTube is like my full main job, but yeah, I do a lot of other things as well that I just mentioned. So I hope that answers your question. Danielle Reisler says, what is your worst fear? Ugh, that's a good question. I think my worst fear is dying, because I have like issues with religion, and so that's something that scares me. Foul devil. I have a lot of fears, but that's probably like my worst one. Olivia Taylor says, what is your favorite Lana Del Rey song? Oh girl, Why are you asking me that? There's so many. That's so hard. I love Lana Del Rey. Probably Young and Beautiful. I played that at my wedding and I fucking love that song. And I love her. Alicia Christie says, will you make any new merch soon? So I'm actually working on making some new merch, but I still have old merch. It's not old, but I still have merch. So if you want to get that, it's going to be gone pretty soon. There's not going to be any more left. So if you want to be someone that gets that now, I would get it. I'll try to leave a link down below if I can remember. If I can't, if someone could leave it in the comments, I'll pin your comment so that people can go to it before we have new stuff. So you guys can have the OG merch. And then Cheyenne Lindsay also asked, will you come out with merch soon? And is this going to be plus size stuff? P.S. You're beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful too. I love being able to like see you guys' pictures. I'm like, yeah, girl, you sexy too. Yes, absolutely. I will always have plus size stuff. I want to be able to cater to all of my following, not just some of you. And like I said, I already have merch. I guess some people don't know that because I don't talk about it very often, but yeah. Barry Wright says, what are you going to be doing about going on tour if you're pregnant? It's so funny because my husband like asked me this question too. And as long as I don't have any like complications in my pregnancy, I should be fine to go on tour pregnant. People that are pregnant go to work every day, so you know that's my work, and I'm allowed to fly I think up until like a certain amount of time when you're pregnant. So as long as I don't have any complications, I should be totally fine to be able to go on tour if I am pregnant. And then she also asked, when you have a baby, do you think you are going to become a mommy vlogger, or will you be posting the same kind of content? Love you lots. I love you lots back. I'm definitely gonna be a mommy vlogger. I can't wait to be like a family vlogger and do like daily vlogs like with our family and children. I definitely plan to document their lives and being born and growing up. I think that's amazing. I would have loved to have that for myself, and I just think it's a really cool opportunity that we have the technology to do that, and so why not? And I think it's a great way to save money for their college fund by putting it on YouTube, because we basically spent their college fund trying to have the baby. So hopefully if everything works out, yeah, we will be vlogging them basically. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to answer a few more questions. So Ashley 6565556 says, are there any other stories from that psycho bitch, Missy? Girl, yes. And I plan to tell them, I'm sure, sometime in the near future. Katya Saranka says, who is your best friend that's a YouTuber? Love you lots. Love you too. I don't have any best friend YouTubers. I have a lot of friends that are YouTubers, but I consider a best friend like somebody I talk to every day. I would love to have a best friend YouTuber. Hit me up, my YouTube peeps. And then last question is, what is my favorite memory ever? And that's from Drew's Related. My favorite memory ever. Wow, that's a really hard question. I wish she would have given me like an age. Like, what was your favorite memory at this age? I guess my favorite memory right now is like getting married to Travis, like my wedding day. I think that when I look back at that, like us exchanging vows and like spending the night in the Grand Island Mansion on our wedding night, like it's a pretty awesome memory. It makes me really happy. And I think that's it, you guys. That's going to conclude my Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to be a part of the next Q&A and ask me questions, make sure to follow me on my social media. I'm on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all just at Channon Rose. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah!